Hello, future people! Welcome to Getting Tabled. I'm Jason the Bruce, and today we're unboxing one of Trey Parker's favourite games. This is actually a game that I covered when it was on Kickstarter 12 months or so ago. I don't actually remember exactly when it was at this point. Auztralia itself has been around for a while. The Kickstarter was for an expansion that I also have, and will be in a video following this. But they had a catch-up pledge, so I got for the one where I could get everything. Because what's the point of an expansion without the original? So, this is a game made by Martin Wallace. I've made reference in the interview that this is one of Trey Parker's favourite games. Yes, as in South Park Trey Parker. This actually appeared on his top 10 list that he did recently. So, this is absolutely stunning. Obviously, an award by the look down here. Released by Stronghold Games. It is by Martin Wallace. So, Auztralia is spelt differently. I assume that's just simply because it's there for a brand name. I mean, that would make sense. You can't exactly copyright the name of a country because it's not yours. And this is, it's based in 1930, so it kind of has a World War II-ish feel. Yes, I do realise that it's, but yeah. And it's Lovecraft meets Australia, basically. On the back, we get your basic outline of how things are. So this is very much its tokens and so forth, as opposed to actual miniatures themselves. There was a little metal miniature that you could get of Cthulhu, which I don't have. Yeah, this is just absolutely stunning by the look of it. So players-wise, it recommends 14 plus. That should be fairly obvious as to why. I mean, it's Lovecraftian. Players 1 to 4, so in theory I could actually play this by myself, and it takes anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours. I assume that this is partially based on how many people are playing, or maybe the difficulty of how long. Gives us an idea here of what comes in the box, but let's get in. Alright. Am I going to do it? I think I'm going to do it. New box smell. Alright. So, just giving an idea of how the book layout is. Oh, gorgeous looking image of Cthulhu over here. Long may he reign in his eons long conquest of our worthless plane. Really, really beautiful looking. So this is Victoria and New South Wales by the look of it. I don't know how accurate this is to the actual country, but that looks like... It looks like a fictionalized version of it, I would say. Because it's definitely not the actual country outline. Oh, then again, we've got Western Australia over here, so maybe it is. So this is supposed to be the eastern side of Australia. So, Victoria would end roughly where that is. No. Victoria's going to be here, and then New South Wales until just above the top, I suspect. I don't know. It's, like I said, I don't know exactly how accurate that is to the actual coastline. It doesn't really matter. Talks about your actions. Now, obviously, I don't know how to play this yet. I know that it is supposed to be quite in-depth. This is supposed to be very, very good. I love the fact that this is a thing. Some of the artwork here is absolutely amazing. Monument of the Old One. Why is it a pyramid? We definitely don't have them. I mean, it's very much a South American pyramid by the look of it. Why do we not have something that's more representative of the country? I don't know. Maybe that's the whole point. It clearly doesn't belong, and therefore it's not right. Maybe that's actually part of the point. Really nice and clear. Nicely laid out. I love the octopus for some reason on his hat. That's just really cool. So, you do have an actual table of how things work. So, infantry are not very good against Cthulhu. They are good against Migo, zombies, loyalists, and temple. So on and so forth. Yeah, that's nice. And here we have our usual cheat sheet. So this is just a basic layout of how things are. Our player aids, the same table that we were just looking at, scores, and yeah, basically this is our quick start guide essentially. Keep this beside you while you're trying to learn the game for things that you forget. Coming up next, these are all the same. Again, really nice artwork. This is our player base, obviously, so our warehouse, our headquarters, the barracks, and then the same thing, but the other side of the map, because the other side of the map is Western Australia. And here we go. Now, my table is not going to be big enough to show this up properly, but I will do my best. Alright, so here we go. So this is what I was talking about with the actual coastline. I think it is right. I do think... No, I think it is right. It was hard to tell from a further distance away, but no, it does look right. Obviously, like, maps are never coloured this way, so that kind of throws me off a little bit. What I hadn't noticed is seems to be crops and so forth that are growing in certain areas. I have no idea if that's right or not, or if it ever would have been. But just to give you an idea of how the rest of it looks, ignoring the messy desk. And then we have Western Australia. Or at least half of Western Australia. Because Western Australia would be like way up here somewhere to be the full thing. I do love this, actually. We actually have the cartographer's tools here, where they've been marking stuff out and so forth. I kind of like that. Western Australia also seems to have, because not all of this is available for farmland, because this is literally desert through here, so that's actually represented on the map. But at the same time, all of this western side of the coastline is all farmland. So I assume that this is a different difficulty setting. I don't know that. I'm making that assumption. Because obviously you're going to struggle to survive out in this area. I also assume that these are native, because that's definitely native for Uluru, although that's not where Uluru is, and also it doesn't look like that. So I assume that all of these are Aboriginal name titles. I could be wrong, but that's my assumption. Next up, we've got tokens. So, more symbols for the farmland. Obviously, military vehicles and train tracks and so forth. Double-sided. Obviously, these farms have failed at this point. Same thing, but for the other player. Same thing, but for the other player, out of curiosity. Yep, all of that's colour-coded as well. And then we got a blue, and then I assume that's our old ones. Plus leftovers. I quite like this. Making it easier to get into certain things. I kind of like that. And then, returning to our box, we have cards here. I'm going to leave these cards wrapped for a couple of reasons. Number one, potentially these might be spoilery. I don't know. But also, I'm not playing this at this stage. I plan to play this at a later stage. I will show these off if I play it on camera. But I don't want to take the risk of ruining this for people that may want to experience the game for the first time properly. Tokens. More tokens. Everything is colour-coded according to the player and all the old ones. More and more and more. This is feeling very Eurogame with these style of tokens. That's not a criticism, it's just a descriptive thing. In here we have some sort of crystals, which are going to be tokens, obviously. I assume these are mining, because that's definitely gold. I mean, it's not. It's painted like gold, but... And then... whatever that is. I'm just going to say opal. I have no idea. I'm guessing. And... individual bags for everything. I love that. That is something that should be done more. Anything underneath? Nope, but there is some artwork which I will show off. So, this is a touch that I really like. I mean, I do want to point out, this is a completely pointless task. Because it's the inside of the box, who cares? But this shows a real dedication to the product. Like, this is a sign of a company that A, really loves the product that they've created, and B, has really faith in it as well. Like, these guys clearly knew that they were onto something, and they threw their weight behind it. Because why would you put artwork on the inside of the box when all people are going to do is look at it with all of this stuff in it? I mean, it's the first place to save money. I mean, not only have they not saved money here, they've spent it, because other people wouldn't have done this. I really cannot praise them enough for that. That really, really puts an extra level on the premium feel of this product. I mean, this is just an unboxing. I'm not reviewing this product, but that I find that very impressive. I mean, I'm not saying that the only ones that's ever done it, but it's not something you see a lot of. I really like that. And it's quite gorgeous art too, quite honestly. I mean, even this. I mean, by rights, you could just have a, like, plain cardboard appearance to this. Nobody would criticise them for it. Like, seriously, nobody would criticise them for not having artwork on there. This is all additive. Normally, I wouldn't bother reboxing all of this stuff on camera. But I also kind of want to point out how easily that goes in the box. I know that this is just an unboxing, but already I'm very impressed with what I see. The quality of the cardboard and everything here is really top-notch. Everything feels really premium. This does have that lovely texture that you get on nice board games, as opposed to the cheap flimsy boxes. It's nice and sturdy. And I know that the artwork on the inside of the box really doesn't matter, and it doesn't. But the fact that they've actually done that speaks volumes for the confidence they had in this game. Because, in all honesty, if they just had plain cardboard on the inside of that box, it wouldn't take anything away from the product. All they've done is spent money to make this look nicer. Because that's gorgeous, and I really, really want to praise that. I'm looking forward to getting this on the table. This is a game that I know is a couple of years old at this point. but it's not one that I'd come across before. And not everything that we display on this is new. This is a channel where we talk about the stuff that we've brought and the stuff that we're very passionate about. And more board games will hopefully bring more people to the channel. If you have played this, let me know in the comments if there is anything spoilery in those cards or not. If there's not, I'd be happy to show them off on camera on a separate video. However, at this point, I'm going to leave you with that. Like I said, jump into the comments, let me know what you think. And if there's other stuff you think that I should be checking out. Thank you very much for checking out this video. If you're enjoying the content of this channel, please like and subscribe. If you're in a position to do so, please check out patreon.com/gettingtabled. You receive early access to at least 80% of all videos that we put out, and you get access to the video edition of all of our podcasts the day that they're uploaded. If you'd like to check us out on social media, facebook.com/gettingtabled is the most active. We also have a Discord server. You can email our team at gettingtabled@gmail.com. If you're on either Twitter or Instagram, you can find us at gettingtabled. And until next time,